This video is brought to you by WaySafe Trailer Hitches.
All right, guys, we have encountered a problem with the Land Cruiser and that we can't figure out how to make the brake controller work.
The trailer is plugged in and it says trailer detected. When I try to adjust my brake gain, it says brake controller off and it cycles the message and I cannot increase gain, which means I have 0 trailer brakes right now.
Let me just say something maybe a little controversial.
Okay, say it.
Andre, today we're going to answer a question a lot of people have been wondering about. Do tiny turbos tow?
And to do this, we are here at the Ike Gauntlet, the world's toughest towing test, with 2 brand new cool trucks.
Yep, and they've got the same powertrain. To my left is a Tacoma with a 2.4 liter turbo, and to my right is the brand new Land Cruiser with a 2.4 liter turbo, but
A hybrid.
so we'll see if small engines tow, and we'll see if you need a hybrid to tow better, both going down a mountain and coming up. And by the way, Andre, I'm not Mr. Truck. I don't want to be a cowboy. I don't want to play one on TV, so take the hat.
Yeehaw!
Before we test the Land Cruiser, we gotta set the baseline with the Tacoma.
Yeah, we're going to figure out not only if tiny turbos can tow, but if they can also control the load. And that's what going down is all about, right? We've
Yes.
got all this weight pushing us down the hill, and we're going to figure out just how well this Tacoma controls it.
Yes, we're towing 5,500 pounds, and we're gonna measure brake applications as always.
So what's a good number, Andre?
So for a mid-size class like this, a decent number would be 10 brake applications.
And by the way, if you're curious about the Colorado, the Ranger, head on over to all TFL or just over to our YouTube truck channel and do a simple search, because we have taken every mid-size truck up and down the Ike Gauntlet.
At the same day, actually. We
Yes.
did a mid-size comparison on the same day. That was number 1.
Okay, number 1.
And also it downshifted nicely, 4,000 RPM. So it seems like this tiny turbo is trying to help us.
Yeah, if it was a big turbo like on a Cummins, it would have a exhaust brake. But we don't have those on these tiny turbos.
No.
Oh, it's speeding up again. Here we go.
So 10 would be okay. If it's under 10, it would be great. If it's over 10, it's gonna be bad.
All right.
Second one.
And keep in mind, we slow down from 60 to 50 and then we let it speed up again.
Yeah.
Those are the rules of the game. For those of you playing at home, that was 10 brake applications. You like my fake game announcer voice, Andre?
Thank you. Yes.
And the reason we count brake applications is because the less you have to brake, the more the truck is controlling the load.
Yes. And the better it is.
Yeah, and now my question is, will that hybrid do a better job of actually controlling the load, because we're going to be regenerating power back into the battery? In our experience, that has happened.
Yes. And that actually, first of all, you're recouping energy, and also it helps you, supposedly.
Yeah, well, I suppose it helps you with fuel economy.
Yes. And that's it. 10 brakes in the Tacoma.
Which is about average for mid-sized trucks.
Yeah.
For this test, we're using our Big Tex car hauler. It's 20 feet long, and with this wonderful Honda Active 4x4 K-Truck, this is about 5,500 pounds altogether.
Are you ready for the climb?
I'm never ready for the climb, Andre. It's so
Okay.
edge of the seat.
Start
exciting.
now.
We are rolling.
Okay.
So the cool thing about this comparison is that both of these vehicles have the identical engines, except that one is hybrid and one isn't.
Yes. Can you show the time now? 60 miles an hour right there. How long was that approximately?
14 seconds.
That's not too bad, actually.
Yeah.
To merge on the highway
Yeah, it's not bad.
with this trailer?
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's nice.
But keep in mind, it doesn't get steep until we go like a few
It
miles
gets
into
steeper
it.
and steeper and steeper.
And a perfect time would be 8 minutes. And
Because it's an 8-mile run.
it's an 8-mile run. And that's kind of how we judge which vehicle does better, the one that actually gets closer to 8 minutes. Now, sometimes we do have traffic, so we have to kind of work our way around it, but usually with 3 lanes of traffic, we can make it work.
Exactly. And also, we call it the world's toughest towing test for a reason, because it's high elevation, high altitude, and if your vehicle can do well here, you will tow perfectly anywhere.
Yeah, you can fly across
Kansas
with no problemo, my man.
How about flying across Texas or Los Angeles?
Well, the hill country in Texas has hills.
Yes, it does. It does.
Like I said, the fun thing about this is we're comparing 2 identical powertrains to see just how much hybridization gets you in 2 facts, right? First, we just did downhill, but also power on the way up, and more importantly, fuel economy. So at the end of this run, we'll let you know what kind of fuel economy this Tacoma got, and we'll see if it's better in the hybridized Land Cruiser.
Yeah, and also the thing, this is the Tacoma we own. We have 6,500 miles on this truck. We know this truck really, really well. And I can tell you, dude, every time I drive it, this turbo has a lot of punch.
Yeah, Blueberry is punchy.
Yeah. Even though on paper, 317 pound-feet of torque doesn't sound like tremendous, it still has a lot of punch.
Andre, how tiny is this turbo?
Well, I don't know how big the turbo is, but the engine is 2.4 liters of displacement. It's a 4-cylinder, of course, and it's really torquey. It's got 317 pound-feet of torque at very low RPM, like 1700 RPM, and 278 horsepower, which is pretty good.
Well, look, compared to a motorcycle engine, it's not tiny, but compared to a Cummins turbo,
or compared to old V6,
it
tiny. Could be small.
All right, well, should we get the sound and how quiet or not it is in here?
Yeah, because I'm using quite a bit of throttle. Let's measure.
Oh, that's not going to work. It just went up to 79.
Please don't measure your sneezes.
About 61.
That's not bad. That's perfect.
Yeah, that's
anything
really
around 60 decibels is a really quiet experience.
And how does it feel? Do you feel like you've got adequate control, adequate power? Does it not feel like the tail wagging the dog?
It does not feel like it's wagging, and I think it's thanks to the wheelbase.
Yeah.
This wheelbase is relatively long for a mid-size pickup. It's about 131.5 inches, and it's a lot longer than that Land Cruiser wheelbase. So I can't wait to tow with the Land Cruiser and figure out how it tows.
So I got a little bit of a secret, Andre. You want to hear it now or at the end of the video?
Give it to me now.
You sure you want to hear what the test that I want to do is? All right, I'll tell you now.
Okay.
I won't let you guys. I won't make you wait till the end of the video. I want to reverse this actually. I want to put the Tacoma on the trailer and a little Honda Acti on the front and see how it does up the Ike Gauntlet. Now that's the video I want to make. It might exceed its toll rating a little bit, but a lot. Okay, a lot.
Roman, do you remember that Honda Acti on the trailer has a naturally aspirated motorcycle engine?
Like I said, we may exceed payload and towing capability, but it would be a darn fun video, wouldn't it?
Well, that's for another day.
Yeah,
that's for another day.
Hey, let us know in the comments below how much can an Acti tow, because I have no clue, but I'm guessing it's not
6,000
pounds plus 3,000 for the trailer. It's not 9,000. It'll be in kilograms. That'll make it a little more challenging.
Maybe 1 ton, 1 metric ton. How about that?
You can tow 3,500 kilograms. We're good.
The Tacoma has 1,200 pounds of payload and gross vehicle weight rating of 6,240. So this truck by itself weighs about 5,000 pounds, and the tow rating on this puppy is 6,400 pounds.
We're getting to the very top of the mountain, 11,158 feet above sea level.
Yeah, and actually, time-wise, we're doing really well, Andre. We're at 7:30 right now, so we're right on the money, I think.
For 8-minute run?
We'll be close to it.
And also, I'm showing 6.1 mpg, which is also quite good, actually.
Yeah. I mean, we're towing. How much are we towing? Did you say
5,500 pounds?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's just below this thing's max.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We're about to hit the lights
now.
7:53, Andre.
Perfect.
Yeah, actually underneath the 8-minute mark.
And that was between 6 mpg and 6.1. I'm gonna call it 6, okay?
All right, well, let's find out what the Land Cruiser can do with that battery in the back, and let's see if it can not only tow as quick, but do it using less fuel.
Yep.
Here's the way the 7-pin connector is mounted on the Tacoma, and it's sideways here in the bumper.
Wait, the cap's sideways, a little closing cap?
Yeah, but look, it's wiggles. So once in a while, the connection comes loose. So that's not the best mounting, I would say, of this connector.
So you'd rather have the little top be like up or in the bottom? What's your...
So if you mount it vertically and that little door is up,
Yep.
it pushes with the gravity down.
Okay,
So I think that's the best way.
unless you're going down the mountain sideways,
I wouldn't recommend that.
which we don't want to do. But then it would work.
We have our new WaySafe hitch, Roman, and it's great. You know why?
Because it tells you the temperature of that weight.
No, it does not tell you the temperature. Look,
The barometric pressure?
no, it's the weight of the tongue load of the trailer.
That makes a lot more sense.
So we're towing 5,500 pounds. So a perfect number would be just over 500 pounds of
Or
tongue
10%.
load. 10%. And we know that precisely. We don't have to go to the truck stop right now.
And truck tells you the temperature, so you don't need the hitch to tell you.
And look, this is heavy duty and aluminum. It's capable of towing up to 12,500 pounds with this 2-inch receiver.
Andre, we seem to have an issue. The hitch seems taller than the receiver.
No issue, Roman.
There's no issue?
No, because this is height adjustable, of course, and it is lockable. So all of these come or are available with locking pins for the hitch, and you could height adjust it too very easily.
I think that might be good.
Did I do a good job?
Yeah, I think so. I'll back it up.
Let's see if he can use his cameras and nail it. Perfect! You hit it! You hit it hole in one!
Did I get a hole in one?
Yes!
Oh, yes, I am the towing master. Even though I don't know what that weight thing does.
But Roman, do you see this?
Yeah.
The camera, the reversing camera is a little bit off center here.
Yeah, you know, it doesn't have that line. It's got one little like blue line.
Yeah.
Come on, I can show you. It's certainly not enough to actually line it up exactly. I need a better caddy.
Roman, we have to measure squat.
Why? I don't give a rat's ass about squat, Andre. How many of you, let us know in the comments below if you're like Andre and you care about how much your vehicle squats or you don't care.
So 3 feet without the trailer. Well, dude, you don't want to like your rear end like all the way down when you're towing.
Don't modern lights adjust now automatically?
Yes, but you want your truck, your SUV, and your trailer to be totally even.
Andre likes to have everything level. That's what happens when you have a CDL. When you don't, that's driving. All right.
Sorry, I was showing you my rear end.
Yes, you were. And his new shoes.
Do you like my shoes?
I do, yeah.
Salewa. Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
Now, the great thing about the Land Cruiser is that each and every one of them comes with, let me show you right here before Andre attaches it. Looky there. You get a built-in brake controller that somehow, and this makes no sense, is not an option on the Land Cruiser, but is on the Toyota Tacoma, which is a pickup. So go figure, the pickup, you have to pay for it. The Land Cruiser, which costs about $15,000 more, give or take, gets a brake controller. Maybe that's why.
That makes sense. If
Yeah.
I want to tow over 3,000 pounds, I have to have a brake controller.
Well, but that one, you want to, you know.
Yeah, I agree. It should have it always.
I think every pickup truck, except for that, I'm pitting in the Acti. All right, plug her in.
I have to get on the ground now.
Yeah, get on the ground. That's why you make the big bucks, truck man.
Toyota hid the plug right here underneath the bumper, and I think they did it for off-roading. But it's still hidden, and it is sideways. So let's hope it makes a good connection. Okay, that feels pretty good.
Did you ever figure it could be the male end and not the female end that's causing the issues?
It could be also,
It could be. So
Yeah, it could be.
let's be professional about this.
Let's be totally fair. Roman,
Yo.
I'm measuring 34 and a half. So that's only 1.5 inches of squat, which is just fine. It's good.
You know, this thing has a really great ride.
Yeah.
Which usually means very soft springs, which usually translates to a lot of squat.
But it's not squatting much.
Yeah.
It's nice.
All right, guys, we have encountered a problem with the Land Cruiser, and that we can't figure out how to make the brake controller work. And Andre, tell them what the car says to us.
Yes, so we powered up, the trailer is plugged in, and it says trailer detected.
That's great.
So that's good. I have my headlamps on,
Yes.
and I can see in my mirror, trailer lights are on.
Okay, good.
So that's good.
That's all good.
But when I try to adjust my brake gain,
which is what allows you to brake the trailer when
Yes.
going down the Ike.
it says brake controller off, and it cycles the message, and I cannot increase gain, which means I have 0 trailer brakes right now.
So, to figure out why that is, we first try to figure out if there is indeed a tow haul mode. Show them the different modes that we have.
So we have a button right here, and we spin this button. We have sport, normal, and eco.
Did you try pushing that? Doesn't push. Okay. So then, of course, I went to the owner's manual and read all, well, it's 10 pages basically
Okay.
of how to tow, and most of it has to do with litigation and how Toyota is not going to get sued, and very little actually has to do with, how to actually tow and how to make the brake controller
Do
work.
its thing.
Yeah, and so having gone both and read the entire towing section of the owner's manual, and then having gone to the internet, having asked, does it have a tow haul mode, or how do I make the brake controller work? What comes up is our friend Sophian's video from Redline Reviews of the Land Cruiser, and I promise you, I know Sophian very well, and the thing he's probably not going to be doing is a technical explanation of how to make the brake controller work.
Well, he doesn't usually tow trailers.
He doesn't tow. So we're now in a conundrum where we have lights, but we have no brake controller. Luckily, we do have a solution to that conundrum.
Because we just used it on the Tacoma,
So,
which is the remote brake controller.
so we're going to have to go plug in our remote brake controller and use it on the Land Cruiser, even though it does have a brake controller. But if the brake controller doesn't brake anything, we can't go
It's
down the
dangerous.
Ike. It's too dangerous. So it's odd that there's no tow haul mode in this. Ah!
you found it!
I think I found it. Will it let you use the brake controller now?
No.
Oh,
Can I say something?
yeah.
You have drive modes.
Right.
Why do you have to hide a tow button somewhere else?
But the tow haul mode didn't turn on the brake controller?
No.
Oh, for fudge's sake, Andre, that's just stupid. First of all, it should know that it's towing. And secondly, the tow haul button, if it doesn't know it's towing, should turn on the brake controller.
And it's not doing it. Let me pull forward. Squeezing the brake controller, nothing happens. 0 brakes.
All right, so if you're watching this video, Toyota, we're very frustrated.
So, okay, this is the first vehicle in the fleet.
Yeah.
So it could be a glitch in the vehicle.
Well, what are these buttons for?
This is the base version of the
This is
Land
the
Cruiser.
1958 edition.
So
But it still should have a brake controller that actually... So I don't know what we're missing. Brake controller is here.
It's connected.
Trailer is plugged in. Lights are on. Tow haul mode is activated.
yes,
We have gone through dozens
multiple
of
cycles.
menus. We have cycled it. We have uncycled it. We have turned on our cameras. We have a videographer in the back. And we still have no brake controller. So,
So it's a glitch.
or if you guys know in the comments below what we're missing. But there's certainly nothing in here, Andre, that would explain it. But there is an interesting, I'll show you, there's an interesting part here that I still have yet to figure out. Let me show you. Let me go back
Does
in.
it talk about high elevation?
Oh, look at this. The very first thing is dinghy towing. Maybe the problem is we're not towing a dinghy.
Can you go to that page?
Dinghy towing?
Does it mean like towing?
A small boat, I guess. Right, that's a dinghy.
Yes,
223.
It is a dinghy.
Let me go to 223.
No, it's being towed. That's what that means.
Oh, I thought it was towing a small boat.
Wait, hold everything. Let's get a dinghy
So this is basically how you tow the Land Cruiser. Now,
behind a motorhome. Or can you?
yeah.
Can you?
No, you
Do
can't.
not tow your vehicle with a
Dinghy.
4 wheels on the ground.
Do not tow dinghy.
It's probably because it's full-time 4x4.
Yeah, of course. You'll blow up the transmission.
Okay,
All right,
I'm gonna hook it up.
Let's go plug in the the wireless brake controller and continue with this video. And remember, don't tow dinghies with the Land Cruiser.
So Roman, I tried this. I increased the gain. I tried to reset it by pushing both. I squeezed the brake controller. Nothing is working here.
Did you kick it?
No, I did not kick it.
All right, well, luckily we have a 12-volt connector.
C means good.
Okay, C means good.
Connected. Squeeze.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have action.
We have a brake controller.
Okay,
We're good to go.
We're safe.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let me just say something maybe a little controversial.
Okay, say it.
You and I towed with the Tesla Cybertruck, and you and I towed with the Rivian R1T and R1S SUVs.
Yeah.
And when you plug those vehicles in, they configure themselves automatically. You don't have to push buttons, configure, different knobs.
The Ram even knows how long of a trailer you have.
Yes, it measures it.
It measures
with
it
radar.
And then you have your blind side monitoring also active.
Yes.
That's kind of the state of the art.
It's not rocket science.
Yeah. This should not be like we have to, plug it in and then we have to
Push 10 buttons.
Figure out, what's on, what's off. I mean, when I read that list of things that don't function when you're, towing a trailer, I was like, Toda, you're better than that. You could figure out how to make that stuff work because other people have. So I gotta say, I am not overly impressed with this. And the problem is, a Land Cruiser traditionally has been something that people have used to tow with.
Well, there used to be V8 vehicles, right?
Yeah.
Big SUVs.
Yeah, of course. So people have towed their horse trailers with these, they've towed their boats with these, and I think that's why we have a brake controller. But it's a little frustrating that
when it's not working,
it only does half of its function, which is light up the trailer, but not actually keep the load from careening down the mountain.
Yeah. All right.
Enough of my ranting. Toyota, let us know what's wrong. Let us know in the comments. If it's something stupid and it's on me, I'll be the first to admit it. But
on me, of course.
Yeah, but we're going to continue with the Ike Gauntlet, and we're going to see just how well this tiny turbo that's now...
Hey, look, somebody's towing a dinghy.
Yeah,
you see it?
Yeah.
It's a Jeep.
Yeah. Now we're going to see just how this tiny turbo actually controls the load going down the mountain with the energy that is being recouped.
Another dinghy.
A lot of dinghies. Okay, Andre, enough dinghies.
All right, so double checking. My tow haul mode is on. I have this screen that shows me my hybrid system.
Great.
And I can see on the bottom, half of my battery is full of energy.
We'll see if actually the full battery gets filled up.
Yes.
Now using the portable, shall I say, brake controller,
Yes.
is not going to affect this in any way. So our results will be, in fact, in some ways more valid because we're using the exact same
Brake controller. Yes.
on both vehicles.
Yes.
We should probably do that in the future too.
Well, if a vehicle doesn't have a brake controller.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying. But it doesn't really matter because hopefully, if all goes well, we won't be having to use any emergency stopping power.
Or a runaway truck ramp.
Or a runaway truck ramp, yeah.
Which I don't want to use.
Steep grade, next 7 miles, Andre. Let's do this.
Woohoo!
So just as a point of reference, the Taco did 10 brake applications. And for those who are playing at home, the fewer the better. That means you're not potentially overheating the brakes and you're controlling the load more. So here we go. Down the hill we go.
All right, I'll call out the first brake application. It's coming up.
You know what else is crazy? I can't see your screen.
Yeah, there's a filter on it, right?
Yeah. So they're using the kind of filter that, for instance, usually manufacturers put over here on the passenger side.
So I cannot watch your movie.
So you can't watch your movie, but I can't see the temperature out there, Andre.
Or you can't see my speed, you can't see anything.
Yeah.
Maybe it's to save marriages, maybe?
I can't complain about how fast you're going, is that what you're saying?
Yes. Brake application number 2. So I gotta say, Roman, I was concerned because this is an SUV that's a lot shorter than the truck. I was concerned that the tail is gonna be wagging the dog and it's gonna be uncomfortable, but it's really comfortable still.
Yeah, this thing has a much better ride than Tacoma. It's much more softly sprung, and it just is a little bit more comfortable.
And it feels pretty solid also.
Which usually means, it's gonna be a little bit more waggy, but you're saying this thing does really well.
Number 3.
So we're not getting a lot of electric regen into the battery.
I mean, the battery charge is growing.
Yeah. I can't see that again.
Sorry. I'm assuming you can see everything. The battery charge is growing, but I don't feel like it's helping me a lot. I don't feel like that.
So it's not like an electric vehicle where the regen is so strong that it actually...
It's not like that.
It's not. It's basically just
Elk.
It's basically just like the Tacoma with no battery, because it's such a small battery, it's not actually using the electric motor to help slow down the vehicle.
Number 4. That was number 4.
Yeah.
So, you know, Toyota loves reusing components, right?
Right.
So they first came out with a hybrid system on the Tundra, and that was their new body on frame architecture, right? And they gave it a nickel metal hydride battery, not a lithium, right? It's nickel based. Here's my number 5.
Oh, we might actually have more.
We might have more brake applications.
Yeah, we might.
Yeah, and it's 1.87 kilowatt hours. So, like, the Tesla Cybertruck has 124 kilowatt hours. So having almost 2 kilowatt hours is not a big battery.
Yeah.
So it's pretty small.
And it lives under the back area where we normally stow stuff, and it gives you maybe like 3 inches less storage space because the battery's under there, but it certainly isn't like an electric car where it would be underneath
The entire floor.
Yeah, skateboard where you would have nothing but batteries. And you can't actually change the amount of regen that you could in an electric car, right, to give you more or less.
Yeah.
But is it filling up? I can't see.
It's full now.
Oh, so we filled it up.
So we filled it up, and it's not helping anymore.
At number 6?
Number 6.
Yeah.
Number 11.
Oh no, we've just surpassed the
Tacoma.
Yeah.
But I think we're basically done.
Yeah, I think
We're at the bottom of the mountain.
Yeah, so, you know, it's one more, but it's kind of a draw.
It's kind of a draw, so 11 brake applications. So this vehicle by itself could be, you know, it's a little bit heavier than the Tacoma, right? We'll get the exact number for you in a second. Also, full-time four-wheel drive. I would have figured, I have to hit it again.
Number 12. There you go.
I figured four-wheel drive would slow us down, right?
Or drag. Apparently not, Andre.
12 brake applications.
Yeah.
That's the final.
So the downhill portion for you playing at home is won pretty decisively by the Tacoma.
Yep.
Here we go, Andre.
Yep, we're climbing the mountain in the new Land Cruiser.
We're going to answer that timely questions. Let me know when.
And now,
Do tiny turbos tow?
and I think the answer is yes, but we'll see how good. Are you ready for 60 mile an hour?
Yeah, go for it.
And 60.
About the same. It was like 13 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah. So very close.
But I mean, we do have a lot more torque technically, and quite a bit more horsepower, because if the electric motor is helping, right, we should have a lot more power.
Yes, that is the beauty of hybrid powertrains.
Yes.
And you know, Toyota does two kinds, right? They do the kind that's in the Prius, which is meant for better fuel economy, and then they do the kind that is in, let's say,
They're trucks.
the Tundra.
Yep.
And we know the issues with the Tundra. This is not the video we're going to talk about, and we know they're failing, the motors. But those are meant for torque and more towing. So the question is, does this have a towing, or does this have a fuel economy hybrid? Or it could be a little bit of both.
Yeah, I mean, for trucks, Toyota argues is that it's a little bit more about smoothness and power than efficiency.
Yeah.
I kind of disagree, respectfully, because, for example, F-150 hybrid, it's got good power, but also better efficiency than most Tundra's hybrids I've tested.
So how tiny is this Land Cruiser turbo?
It's exactly the same. It's still a 2.4 liter engine, but you see those orange wires?
Yeah,
that's
those.
where the hybrid system comes in.
So how much power are we talking about?
Quite a lot, actually. 326 horsepower and monstrous, I would say, 465 pound-feet of torque.
Yeah, this bad boy will scoot up the mountain.
Yes, both of them have an 8-speed automatic, so they're kind of similar underneath.
Let me ask you this, Andre. How does it feel? Is it pulling strong?
Yeah, dude, I'm not even using half of my pedal. I'm at 2100 RPM, well, it's not the steepest part, but it's super easy and also super stable. I was afraid, once again, that there's going to be a lot of kind of trailer wagging me.
Yes.
But there's not.
And I think this is important to say, because in the last video, people kind of said, you guys really aren't in a Land Cruiser, because, of course, the Land Cruiser in the rest of the world is our Lexus LX.
Yes.
So this is, I believe, a Prado in the rest of the world.
Yes.
But, Toyota slapped the Land Cruiser badge on it, so we're calling it a Land Cruiser.
And also, there's different numerical designators, right?
Right.
The new LX 600 is Series 300 series. This is 250 series, so it's not quite as big as that bigger platform.
No, but it is a big vehicle, and of course it is built on the same platform that the upcoming new Foreigner is going to be built on.
Yep.
And actually the Foreigner is going to be a couple inches longer, believe it or not, but this just feels very roomy. Look how much room we got.
Yeah, it feels like a full-size truck, actually.
Well, shall we figure out if it's not just roomy, but quiet?
Yes, so I'm using a little bit more throttle, and you could try to record it now.
59, Andre, 59.
So it's a little bit quieter than the Taco.
I would bet there's a little bit more sound insulation in there. Yeah.
Well, you're paying more too. We mentioned the price earlier, and the starting price for this is what, 57?
Yeah, 57, but we've got the roof rails, we've got the rock rails that Toyota put on this, and this isn't ours, this is a test vehicle. And so I'm guessing, this is probably more of a $60,000 truck.
And we paid $45,000 for a brand new Tacoma TRD off-road. So without many options, actually.
Well, you got the Predator steps.
Yes.
Which are kind of like the rock rails in here.
Yes.
So once again, there's about a $10,000 to $15,000 spread between them. And for that, you not only get the hybrid powertrain, which by the way is the same one that's going to be in the upcoming TRD Pro and Trail Hunter Tacomas. So we are kind of giving a preview of what those Tacomas are going to be like to tow with. But the other difference here is you also get full-time all-wheel drive versus part-time four-wheel drive. So this won't crab, and if you're in a situation which we get to in a lot in Colorado where there's snow on the ground and then it dries off and there's snow, that Tacoma does tend to be a little bit problematic because you're always switching between 2-high and 4-high, and here you don't have to worry about it.
And that may mean that this could be a little bit less efficient, right? Because we could be using
more parasitic loss.
Yeah, a little bit more rotational losses there.
But we'll know that in, I'd say, about 4 minutes.
Yeah. so of course, no problem with power, dude. It's easy going. I can hear the engine going, but I'm not using a lot of RPM. Once again, about 3,300 RPM right now.
Once again, I can't see your screen, but are you in that screen where you can see the battery?
No.
Okay.
Let me switch. Right now I'm showing MPG.
Yeah.
Let me switch because I also want to look at temperatures.
All right. So I'm wondering if you're burning battery going up this way.
I'm sure I've burnt a lot of it already. Transmission, normal temp, coolant, normal. Oh yeah, I used 2/3 of the battery already.
Wow, and we're halfway up. Yeah. And it won't let
it's a small battery.
Yeah, and it won't let you use the whole thing, obviously.
No, it keeps a buffer, right?
Yeah, for sure.
The payload on this Land Cruiser in 1958 is 1,100 pounds, but look down here. We have accessory sticker that says that 142 pounds was added specifically in rock sliders and also the roof rack. So this is a hefty vehicle because gross vehicle weight rating is 6725. So it weighs about 56 to 5,700 pounds by itself. And no matter which Land Cruiser you buy in 2024, they're all rated at 6,000 pounds. And this is one of my favorite features, this glass that lifts up. So I can easily reach my cargo.
All right, we're almost done. I have interesting news, Roman.
What is your news?
MPG.
Okay.
My MPG is less than the Tacoma.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
5.8.
Wow.
Versus 6.
Wow, so that is unexpected.
No.
More brake application.
And less efficiency.
And I've got some interesting news too. Tell me when to stop. We're coming up here. This is also interesting.
And stopping the timer now.
Look, my man.
Oh, that must have been my fault.
Were you not into it? Were you 8:13, which would make it almost
I think that's
20
human error.
seconds. Okay, so you're
That's
saying
human error.
Okay, all right.
Because I had reserve power.
All right.
And for a little while, I was at 62 miles an hour trying to stay with traffic.
Yeah.
And I may have fallen behind, so I apologize if I've fallen behind.
So okay, so we're going to call that a draw.
So the time is draw.
But the fuel economy isn't a draw. And if you're saying, well, it wasn't a draw, obviously from the time, keep in mind it's hard to get a clean run because there's all kinds of traffic.
And we could have selected cruise control actually.
Yeah.
But because we're pushing this Land Cruiser and the Tacoma near their limit, sometimes cruise control also doesn't hold your speed. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a window of speed that it allows.
Or it doesn't let you pass cars or trucks. Yeah. It's a whole thing.
So
So I could see why you could. I mean, very big difference between the two. So in here, it feels much more relaxed. Dare I say, much more comfortable, much more kind of chill. The truck feels more, trucky, obviously from its ride, from its cabin. Materials here feel nicer. Some plastics.
Yeah, and this is more basic Land Cruiser
This
here.
is more basic. But, if it were my money and I didn't need a truck, and I was looking for a family hauler, this would probably be the one I would choose because I can tell you a story. We had the old 4Runner, and we come up here quite a bit. My wife was driving it, and she had it in 2-wheel drive because she didn't switch it to 4-wheel drive. She hit some ice, and going up Swan Mountain Pass, she completely spun it. And you know what we did the next day?
You sold it.
We sold it.
Yes.
This will never have that issue. And that's a big deal for me in Colorado. I don't know if it's a big deal for you guys, but for me, it's a big deal. Yes, Andre, tiny turbos do tow.
We had no overheating problems. Both trucks were very stable.
But we may have figured out why the Taco actually did better.
It has to do with weight.
Yes, the Land Cruiser weighs 700 pounds more, and that's probably because of the battery.
Yeah, electric motor and also the big cabin that it has.
All-wheel drive?
Yes.
But here's the thing. Because of that weight, it doesn't have a great payload.
No, with the accessories you see here, we're at about 950 pounds of payload versus 1,200 pounds on the Tacoma, so you have to take that into account.
Yeah, that's probably me, you, Nathan, Ian behind the camera, and Blaze.
Yes.
That's too much, actually. That's too much. But they do tow, and the turbos do really well up here at, now we're almost 3 miles above sea level. So if you guys are interested and you're worried about either a hybrid powertrain or a small turbo, at least from this test, I say don't worry.
Right.
Go ahead and tow.
And if you want a little bit more confidence on the way down on the Land Cruiser, shift manually. Bring that controller over on the transmission, downshift, and there you go.
And let us know why, I'm still baffled by it, why that Land Cruiser wouldn't give us a brake controller.
I think it's just a glitch in this one of the new trucks.
To be continued. Ciao!